Okay, so our next comedian is named Abbie, and she comes from a place in Massachusetts where there are no stoplights. But her fun fact is that she can snap her toes. But she's not going to do that for you. Instead, she's going to be funny.
So I've never done stand-up before. I don't know what I'm doing. And when I don't know what I'm doing, what I like to do is do something that I do know how to do that's kind of similar to what I'm supposed to be doing. So like when I'm driving a car, in my head, I'm playing Mario Kart. And since I'm doing stand-up right now, what I'm going to do is tell you a story that I know how to tell that I think is kind of funny. I'm going to tell you the story about how I found out that I am super gay. Super gay! There's two parts to the story. And the first part is finding out I liked girls. And that's a really short story. It goes, wow, pretty girls, the end. The second part of the story is more involved. It's finding out that I don't like guys. And that story starts, it's like 11 o'clock at night. I'm like 3 weeks into my Smith career. And like the night is still young, and I've just come back from hanging out with friends. But like I kind of want to do something else, but I don't know what to do. And then like 3 of my friends run by me and grab me by the arm and shout, hey Abbie, we're going to an Amherst party, you should come. And the front of my head is thinking, this is a dumb idea. I only kind of know these people. They're taking me somewhere I don't know how to be. This is going to be a terrible idea. But the back of my head has already said yes. So then I'm on a bus, and we're going to Amherst. And I'm looking around, and I'm beginning to realize that I might have miscalculated and letting the back of my head say yes. Because I'm looking at the other people who are going with me. And they're wearing, really nice, pretty short dresses, and like you can see their legs, and they've shaved, so I'm already impressed. And the ones who aren't wearing short dresses are wearing pants that fit them in such a way that you can also tell they have shaved. They look really good. Their makeup is on point. Their hair is done. They look fabulous. And I look down at myself, and I am wearing these shoes, ripped jeans, one of these type shirts, a pinstriped vest. My hair is pulled back in a ponytail. I have no makeup, and I'm wearing a Captain America hoodie. I was looking real good. So I decided, this was going to be less of a, let's go and hang out with all the boys or whatever you do at parties, and more of like, let's observe and learn. So I went to my first Amherst college party, and I learned. I ended up in this room called the Powerhouse. The Powerhouse is basically a giant concrete box equipped with speakers. And in this giant concrete box, it kind of turns into a mass of writhing bodies really quick. Everybody's packed in next to each other. I'm terrified. So I end up on a balcony looking over it. And I start, my anthropological field research. I've got my imaginary clipboard out, I'm learning. And what I learned very quickly is that there's like a very specific etiquette that goes on at these things. All the girls have clumped together, and they've got this very interesting herd mentality going on. They stay in their groups, and they're all doing exactly the same dance. It's some kind of gyrating hip motion. I think it's supposed to suggest fertility. I don't know. I never learned it. I don't know when they all learned it. I think I missed that day of orientation, but they all learned it. The guys have a really different set of etiquette. They're solo. They're like lone predators working the crowd. And they wander through until they find a girl that suits whatever criteria they're working with, and they approach the girl and start grinding on her. And if there is no immediate protest, then that's an invitation to continue, and then all kind of touching happens, and there's tongues, and I'm like, ah! I'm hopelessly confused and have no idea what to do with myself, and I'm wondering if I'm just going to stand still the whole night. And then 1985 by Bowling for Soup comes on. I'm standing right next to one of the main speakers, so Bowling for Soup doesn't just come on, it comes like into my soul. I can feel it vibrating in all of my bones, it's pulsing through my arteries, it's great, so I just start rocking out because this is, as the kids say, my jam. I ripped my hair out of the ponytail, my hair was like yay long at this moment. I start headbanging with all of it. Air guitar jumping up, I'm having a grand old time. And then, song stops, and I stop, take a moment and breathe, look around, and I've created a radius of 8 feet. No man will enter. And that radius stays there all night long. And I had a grand old time. So, ding, 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 early signs that I should have caught. Best night ever is when there's no men within 8 feet. So this started to plant the seeds of doubt. They're like, maybe I'm not all about the D. I don't know. I didn't know until like one particular night. I will remember the date forever. It was October 3rd. I know because that is also my birthday. I was wandering around in a three-piece suit because I've been telling people all day, like, oh, I'm wearing my birthday suit. Haha, it's so cute and funny, great. I really just like suits. So that night, I had my birthday, it's great. That night, there was a house party at Gillette House. It's called I'm a Gillette You Finish. It's some kind of theme party. I think it's Granny's themed, theoretically, but like, the point was someone miscommunicated, so people are just wearing clothes that aren't their normal clothes, but aren't exactly a theme either. It's just kind of a mess. So I figured I'll just wear my suit, it's gonna be fine. I was like, I wanna go party on my birthday. So I met my friends and we go out and I'm in my suit, and I'm like, yeah, no guys are gonna come at me, nobody's gonna try to grind on me. I am wearing a three-piece effing suit. I look about as gay as it's physically possible to look without actively kissing another woman at the same time. So I figured, like, no guys, it's just gonna be me and my friends jamming. I had miscalculated. When you go to an Amherst party or an off-campus party, when there's like the guys are in their elements, then they get in that predatory mentality. They're in their element, they're in control. They just approach whoever they want to approach and they can choose. At Smith, they are outnumbered and they are scared. And they will take whatever lifeboat is thrown to them. I made eye contact with one of them. So, this tiny little creature of a man, who's like yay tall maybe, approaches me and he's like clearly a little tipsy. He comes up and says, can I dance with you? And I'm like, all right, what you gonna do, buddy? He decides he's gonna grind on me. That's his plan. Like, word to the wise, if you're gonna grind, make sure that the taller party is the big spoon, regardless of gender, because it doesn't work otherwise. I'm sure he thinks he's grinding excellently. I'm sure he thinks that realistically his pelvis is kind of bumping against me all the time. And I'm, meanwhile, going to a Christ, like, wait a second, I'm dancing with a boy. He's short, but like, he's kind of cute. I could theoretically be attracted, right? This is a thing that can happen, right? I like boys, right? He comes up and says, hey, would it be okay if I kissed you? And while the front of my head is thinking about it, the back of my head already said yes. And that happened. And then I went over to my friends about 20 seconds later. I squared myself and looked them in the eye and said, guys, I'm gay!